So, Zoo Tycoon Radical Remake.
You can't do that, which is annoying.
Yeah, we're going to full screen it when we get in anyway.
Oh, okay.
We started in minimise so we can see it. We're going to full screen it in a sec, but you don't need to worry about that, it'll be the same for you.
Yeah, Radical Remake.
What's Radical Remake, Jess?
Yes, it's a mod for Zoo Tycoon 2.
It's more than a mod.
I will change to full screen now, guys. Just bear with me. Make sure everything was fine.
It is what is called an Overhaul mod. You have to click the tick in the box.
I've done it already,
yeah.
sir. Yes, I will have that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, it's an Overhaul mod.
So you tell us all about it.
It's an Overhaul mod, which completely changes how the entire game works.
As you can see, look, it looks so different.
It changes. You can see it changes all the UI. That's user interface, for those who don't know. Which is the buttons and the menus and what have you.
Yeah.
There are also high-res textures for just about every animal in any of the DLCs. We meant to have Marine Mania installed.
But we can't find the disc.
For reason we've had... Oh, by the way, we didn't buy this game for this.
No.
If anyone's wondering, we got this game when it came out and have played it near continuously on and off since.
Since 20 years we're looking at?
It's the best zoo simulate building game there is.
Still, even now, yeah.
Nothing has come close, hopefully.
100%, yeah. The Zoo World? What's it called?
It's something like that. It's
the
Planet Zoo.
Yeah, it's the creators
Planet
of
Zoo,
Planet
it's called.
Coaster.
Who also, by the way, were the creators of Tycoon 2. It's also, it's called Planet Zoo. That's coming out in a couple of months. We've just seen it announced on Steam.
So in preparation, we're going to play a bit of Zoo Tycoon for some nostalgic purposes.
And for comparison purposes when it comes out. And we'll see the difference between the games that came out in 2004, would you believe, 15 years anniversary.
Oh, God.
And the games that come out in 2019. Hopefully you'll see that in a couple of months' time, guys.
Feeling old.
So,
Feeling old.
It adds high-res textures to everything. It also adds in a shit ton of new objects, a couple of different themes, and a lot of different animals. So hopefully we'll build the game from...
I mean, here you can even see
well,
things
you can
already.
see at the
So
beginning
you've got like
things
hot desert, semi-desert we didn't have before.
No, we didn't.
I'm not sure you say that even.
Palestrine?
So, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah,
Palustrin?
So there's quite, there's some different locations even, which is pretty cool.
And challenge mode is what we're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're going to do a challenge.
Oh, we should explain this. Go back a page. We'll just for people who haven't played Zoo Tycoon before.
Okay.
There are 3 players to play.
So there's freeform. So in this one you pick whatever style or whatever
spoilers,
the word is.
all of them involve building a zoo. So if you don't want to see someone build a zoo, this isn't a game that you want to watch or play.
Let's be honest, there aren't many people who don't.
And that's true, and there certainly aren't many people who click this video who don't.
Unless people just want to feel nostalgic, which is also fine. But
yeah, that's fine.
So in freeform is how I used to play a lot when I was a kid, because there's no stress. And I can't cope with stress at the best of times.
Filthy normal.
So, here, you pick, obviously, what kind of zoo...
Map,
that's the word you want.
It says everywhere on the screen.
Pick the sizes, So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But you basically have as much cash as you want. You start
you literally have as much. It's unlimited.
And you just start with all the animals, all the items, so you can just do whatever you want.
Everything.
Have a good time with that. Challenge is similar to that, but you have to work your way through building up your zoo. You can make it hard for yourself, so start with less or more money if you're feeling like you don't want too much stress. But in that, you have to build it up. You have to unlock animals. Increase your fame gradually. And then campaigns. So these are like challenges that are already in the game, and you have to beat, and you can unlock things by doing that. And each one has a different, map size, difficulty, how much money you start with, but it also depends on what you want you to do.
And they also unlock items to be used in the other game modes, which you can see in the bottom right there underneath Extinct Lab, Research Lab tutorial, the one we're on now. Learn all about the exciting features of the new Extinct Research Lab, which is an item you will then unlock upon completing it.
That's right.
So you do those to unlock the stuff, then you use them and test yourself in the other modes.
So yeah, and it kind of helps you
Some of them are tutorials too.
Learn what you're doing as well. They're quite a good place to start. I mean, the actual mod we've got has its own campaign, which I'm quite eager to try.
And I should explain that. Just before we get into it, we'll put the links in the description as always when we're using mods.
Yeah.
The group that do this are called Aurora Designs.
Little logo just there?
Yep. They are an amazing group of fans of Zoo Tycoon who have spent the last... Since 2009 to, I think, 2018, the last one came out, so about nearly 10 years working on just making Zoo Tycoon better than it already is.
And I thought I loved Zoo Tycoon.
They have their own website, which we'll link to, along with all the different mod sets for all the different DLCs.
We've had a quick look just at what the skin, because we were interested in what the skins would be like.
Expansion packs, as they were then, because you couldn't download them.
Oh no,
so you didn't have internet back in 2004.
Oh, you did? It wasn't good enough to download anything?
Oh no. It used to take 300 years to watch a video.
I mean, I had the guidebook and everything for this game. Not that I really needed it. But yeah, I am on the controls today. This is a game I can actually do. So that's good. A little interlude in our other games that are too difficult for me.
And just for all of you, this particular series that we're doing, the throwback series, quite a lot of them Jess will be on the controls.
Yeah. But we're looking at
for better or worse.
Throwing it back a few years, bit of nostalgia, have a bit of a laugh, bit of a relax. Dark Souls, things like that can be quite stressful. So this is just a bit of a chill.
I'm hoping that with the demographics of YouTube, this will look like a weird thing that came out before the people watching were born. Because we kind of get that with people who do the throwbacks to Mortal Kombat Original.
Yeah, that's
came out 2 years before I was born. Or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know when Mortal Kombat came, it was like early 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Anyway, let's get on with it. We're not doing a campaign, so get out of here.
You don't want to do any campaigns?
No,
I do want to play this at some point though, because over the course of the last 15 years, I have done all of these previously. But obviously with our new mods that we've got on, I've never done this one myself, so that would be cool to try.
But my other thing with that one is that it's a mod. Like, the people who are using this mod are not newbies to Zoo Tycoon.
Oh, certainly not.
So chances are the thing they added in is not a weak tutorial, like just basically give you the thing mission.
Yeah,
it's going to be up there with the giant panda zoo.
Which is what I'm hoping for, really. You want something that's not too easy. Breed a gazelle,
Yeah.
We can all do that. You don't even have to do anything.
You just put two gazelles.
Put it in a cage and it's fine.
That's the kind of animal the gazelle is.
It is. So is a peafowl or peacock to a normal person.
Peacock to a non-American. Because cock is a bit rude. But that's genuinely true. Cockerel. The reason the word rooster exists is because American audience couldn't say cockerel because it was impolite. That's why the word rooster exists.
They are a cock.
They are a cock, yeah. Well, it's that weird thing that a cock meaning
for swearing.
the word meaning a man's penis was actually
what? Is that what it means?
Well, it does now because it was.
What the hell was that?
That scared the shit out of me.
Why did it do
that?
That
wasn't in the game before, was it?
Oh my god, my heart.
The word cock meaning man's penis was taken as a metaphor from cockerel. That's what it means. Because it's, the obvious symbolism. But to the point where it's now replaced that as a word, and we have to rename the bird because we don't like to mention penises.
Took it too far.
That is taking it too far.
Right.
We're going to
let's have a look at our maps.
Go something nice and simple.
As standard, I always used to do grassland, large city zoo, something like that, because you didn't have to contend with sorting out the land. Because I could not deal with fences being on hills.
And quick pro strat for anybody. If you are going to start one of these with little money, you're better off going in something like a tropical rainforest lodge. because it will
I
fill
know
the
what
entire thing with very expensive trees and rocks and foliage that you can then erase or sell and boost your money by about 20k.
It's very true.
We're not going to do that though, because
that is often a strategy I adopted.
we're not going to do that though, because we're going for challenge. We like to push
That
ourselves.
sounds like a cool
The
place.
Drakensberg.
That sounds like a cool place.
It's a medium one with with creating the scenic Drakensberg, the Dragon Mountains.
Oh no, we've just said I don't like mountains.
We've got the river.
I mean, I normally do like city zoo or, you know,
Well,
something like that,
I'm going to
really.
let you pick you.
And it is usually safer to pick a large map just because you have a bit of freedom with it.
Yeah, it gives us more opportunity. We don't like
Another excellent tip while we're on the tips. When you're building, say, like a savannah exhibit, always start with a large exhibit, like a big exhibit.
Yeah.
Because then you spend the money while you've got it, and then you don't have to worry in future about building more exhibits. You can put lots of the same biome animals in the same space, so you only have to save up for the animals rather than, you know, the fences, the feeding troughs, all of those things are already in there.
Now, I should point
Very
out,
good tip.
I'm also a bit less neurotic about this than Jess is. Jess, 80s throwback here,
80s.
does not like to mix biomes.
No, it gives me genuine anxiety.
A camel is in a desert,
Yes, that's
a
right.
gazelle is in a savannah,
That's true.
and ne'er the twain shall meet.
That is 100% how we're going to play this game. Any comment otherwise will result in relegation from the game. You'll have to go and sit in the other room because I'll get too anxious, it won't work.
So that is the explanation as to why I am not advising Jeff to do exactly that midway through the game, for everybody who also would advise Jeff to do exactly that
You
midway
can
through the game.
kick and scream and tell me to do it all you want. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So anyone who's bothered by it, leave now.
So everybody here remember when we have to cut about, what do we think, 10 hours in the game? Well, we give it another 10 hours for the money to build up while we wait for a fucking panda.
Oh, we'll try and take some cool photos. That always eats up
We'll
some
take
time.
some photos, we'll do some shit. But that's why I'm cutting, and we've had to spend all our money on the panda.
Tell you what's another good thing to do while you're waiting as well. Reading the thoughts of the people wandering around the zoo.
But we'll get into all of that shortly.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna go with grassland large because it's standard. It's
the
easy-
default.
It's
It's the
easy to
default
work with.
everything, isn't it?
I mean, other things can be fun, but like I said, I don't want to mess about here.
And it's the most basic one. There's very few grassland animals, so we get to make more biomes and more exhibits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So let's go with that.
And to be honest, putting a polar bear in a tropical setting, obviously he has his polar exhibit, but surrounded by
Yeah.
it gives me issues.
I mean, can you name roughly where we are on the map there, Jess?
North America,
You are. Do you know where in North America?
over this side.
Yes, that's right. Where the circle thing is. Do you know
Yes.
where that is, city or state-wise?
No,
You're in.
we're in America.
You are.
as in the Americas.
Probably in. Yeah.
North. Oh, it does say there.
No.
I didn't see that though, guys.
Okay.
I knew.
Frankly, yeah. You should know that more easily than you did. We're in We're around California.
Cool. California's cool.
It's probably San Diego Zoo is what we're building.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
What money should we start with? I mean, 50 grand seems pretty good.
I think 50 grand is a good start.
Are we happy to start with 50 grand?
I'm happy to start with 50 grand.
Okay, let's go.
When we were little, we used to start with more because we were cowards, but now we're big and brave. And we can
Oh.
build a zoo for $50,000.
Also, notice the change to the loading screen there with the mod. Looks pretty cool.
Incidentally, one
I
of
like
the
it very
buildings on our street in a not massive town
Look
in
at
England.
the grass. People who know Zoo Tycoon will be like, wow.
Yeah, there will be lots of wow, look how amazing that looks now that this incredible mod is in.
There really will be, so just bear with us.
Starting off with a challenge, always good.
Let's have a look. So, Ungulates Unlimited. Very cool. An animal conservation group has agreed to donate a Thompson's gazelle to your zoo if you can acquire 3 African buffalo within 1 month.
Difficulty easy. Let's take it.
Why not?
We tend to not do
This
the
looks
challenges as
fantastic.
much as we used to.
I love it. Thank you for
I
reminding
think
me there.
pushing for the challenges is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get annoyed and just want to do my own thing.
Yeah,
but
and
I
quite a
won't.
lot of the time we played this like a free-form game. If you play it properly, which we're going to try to do now.
I mean, this looks completely different.
This looks fucking amazing.
The floor is so different.
You know what? It
Obviously,
almost...
all of this has changed. It's gone very modern looking.
I was going to say,
like a modern kitchen.
The game actually almost looks older and lower tech than it is, because the game, like the path and game, are clearly not built for the level of textures that are in it. You know, like when you play like old
okay, so
African buffalo. What we need.
Let's see what we're working with here. I mean, just to
other cross-strat.
One of our new animals. Cool.
Yes. Pause
the game. Don't start telling me what to do, my own game.
I'm pro-stratting.
We're just having a quick look here. Oh my god.
We have the extinct animals packed, guys.
Yeah, extinct animals.
These things will win.
So we've got
the
African
oh my god
Adventure.
is look how much more real that looks.
We've got African Adventure, Endangered Animals, and
Extinct.
To be honest, the C one used to do my head in a bit.
The C one is not a swear, by the way. It's
the
Marine
Mania, because building shows was always exhausting, and they never came off. No matter how good your animals were, no one ever cared. Let's be honest. Oh my god, so cute. Right, okay, anyway.
There are a couple of these that are useful, a couple of them that are not
African
so much.
buffalo we need, though.
We do.
Click this button here and just reset your animals. So what you're allowed to have.
First one reset automatically, that's weird.
Oh, a moray eel. I don't know how I'm going to do those without any water, though.
We're going to try to push our animal knowledge as much as possible. It used to be amazing, because, like many children of the 90s, we spent our childhood in our living room watching fucking Animal Planet.
Everyone watched Animal Planet.
We were. I can't speak to Jess necessarily, because she was probably a more normal child than I was. But I was the one that your mum and dad shouting up the stairs at you, go outside, get in trouble with the law, do something. Do something other than and my only response was, Mum, it's Shark Week.
There we go. It's Shark Week.
Yeah.
The African buffalo.
That was me as a kid.
Oh my god, look at this crazy leafy... Oh my god.
You can't even see it in front of the ground.
Amazing.
It's a shame we don't have the water one installed.
I'm actually really annoyed that we don't now.
Sorry guys, but we don't. We'll try to find it. If we can find it and install it and keep going from there, we will. But until then...
deal with it.
We're working under difficult circumstances.
Okay, so we're looking at the best money we can spend.
Incidentally, that ice fence is new. That's you can see they've got the little symbol on.
The ice one. Sorry, I was going to say that's always there.
It'll show you what's.
Yeah, so anything with this little whale symbol. I'm not sure what it is.
It's.
I'm going to go whale symbol. That's what's new. But again, here's another issue I have in the game. Animals that don't live in the snow places should not have tundra fences on their exhibits. That is another thing that I hate. But
I don't know if you guys can hear the look I'm giving Jess.
But in this case, it's the cheapest fence, and we need to save the money.
That is correct.
So I will do it against my better judgment.
Is it cheaper than the ice one?
Yeah, the ice one's 90.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So
I didn't catch that.
Again, here, this is another. I'm going to do the strategy. Use the sides of the original wall when you start. I'm going to make the enclosure quite big because we can put other animals in there. We'll double check the biome though, actually.
It is wetlands, I believe.
Right. I mean, excellent for flamingos.
You can get flamingos, you can get crocodiles, you can get hippos.
But we can't put crocodiles in there. Come on.
You'd be surprised, actually.
Oh no, we don't do that either.
Oh no, we don't mix carnivores and herbivores.
No, we don't.
Is another thing
we
don't do.
We don't do that.
So
this is a good size exhibit, because we're going to use it in the future too.
On that point, I will concede that often not having them in the same exhibit is good, if just because it costs you the money to replace the herbivores if they get killed.
Exactly, yeah, and
if you keep them all happy, it's not an issue.
I'm going to put some water in there just for... They like to potter in the water, I'm sure.
It's a wetland, so...
And we'll put some deep for when we have our hips and stuff. Yeah, Are you happy?
Yep.
Shove some nice food in there for them.
We give them small amounts of food.
I usually do 2 variations of food because animals might fancy something different some days.
I tend to space things out more than Jess did because...
Yeah, I like things in locations. That is also true.
we're blowing through this, so while Jess just does the exhibit, I'll explain it a little bit.
Yeah, you explain.
Those 8 icons are the 8 different types of things you can build. The top left is fences, followed by food and water, followed by enrichment.
Look at the water, though.
Yeah, that is super high text.
Look at the water.
It's got water effects underneath. It's great.
Amazing.
Enrichment is like entertainment. All animals need it. The next one is shelters. Different animals have different privacy needs, which shelters will give them.
Usually try putting 2 females in, just for the sake of keeping your herd quite
healthy.
Healthy, yeah, that's the word.
And in this case, because it said build 3.
Oh, did it?
It did, yeah.
I forgot that.
So we just got that.
Well, it is also a good tip.
Yeah.
So now we need a zookeeper because we've got an enclosure.
And I didn't explain it, but the 4 icons on the bottom of those 8 were biome things in rocks, plants, etc. But
Do you want me to have a look? Now, I'll tell you what, we'll pause because people, as soon as you put an animal in, people start turning up.
They do, yeah. That's the like actual start of the game. You notice the zoo has been open from the beginning, but nobody comes in until you've got animals. Which makes sense.
All I did here, so here's the animals that we've got. So you can change their names, you can double check how they're feeling if they're not well. That's the stalk of pregnancy, of course.
Because that's how babies are made.
Bit of information about them, where they live, that sort of thing. And then we've got family trees. So this is quite helpful in which animals have mated with which are their children, etc., etc. But yeah,
again, keeping a healthy herd, and
it's just keeping an eye on these stats.
And then we have
just make sure that they're all in the green and they're happy.
We have the basic needs, which are first one is environmental. That can be including usually just whether the biome and things are what they want.
And it takes quite a lot for it to be bad. I mean,
the only
space causes problems.
Space is usually the only issue. As long as you keep the area big, it's fine. And actually, there is a mod on Nexus Mods. I'm not going to link to that one because we're not using it. But that can get rid of that altogether as a problem. That means you can put them in anything.
Then we've got food, fine, thirst, sleep, exercise.
Most of these are fairly self-explanatory.
Yes, we've got privacy, so that's there. Yep. Some it can be trees or shelters.
And if you ever worry about these,
you don't really need to worry about.
It gives you a little description in the bottom left.
It does, yeah. Social needs, so obviously, like pack animals or herd animals, like to have more of them. And then we've got stimulation, which at this point actually is quite difficult.
It's the enrichment items I alluded to earlier.
You go on the enrichment and say, you could put a carrot in, but then once they've ate it, that's the end of the enrichment. That's it, it's gone.
So really you want to be researching the next one.
So we've got this misty spring, which, to be honest, quite a lot of the ungulate type animals like for some reason.
Hey Jess, what's an ungulate?
So it's an animal with hooves.
That's right.
If you didn't know.
It's an excellent word.
It is.
For anyone who wants to use it, you're free to.
But if you notice in the beginning of the game, a lot of the biome plants, rocks, things like that,
limited.
They're very limited.
They're limited.
This is what we're working with at the moment.
Thankfully, though, the animals you get early on are very easily pleased.
I mean, these look really good.
They look amazing compared to what they used to look like.
The only other thing I did there,
keepers look like they used to.
We've got our keeper. That's fine. It's funny. The only thing I did was, it's an excellent thing to do as well. So you go on the
keeper banquet.
Shush.
Don't know.
Assign them to certain areas because keepers are notoriously bad at being a keeper. So if you try and assign them to 2 or 3 areas, it kind of forces them to work a bit harder.
It doesn't force them to work harder, but
it does.
Their AI isn't, unless you organise them, their AI isn't particularly good, in that there are always tasks to be done across the zoo, in terms of every food water bowl that needs filling, every animal that needs washing, every poo that needs cleaning up. There's an animal in a box over there.
It's the Thompson's gazelle.
Yes, it is.
Look, there's our first person.
And the way that each keeper decides to do each job, it's almost completely random, it seems. There probably is an algorithm that determines it, but we don't know what it is.
And it's terrible.
If you assign them a set number of enclosures, they will only do the jobs in those enclosures. So it limits them quite a bit and makes them a lot more effective. So Jess, what's the other thing we need to build for the...
Right, so I put my path on, again. Another thing that I tend to do, you don't have to, but I always do double paths in front of enclosures, just because of things you have to include. So, you need a donation box.
Not the most important thing, though.
What is then?
The most important thing is a viewing canopy.
See, I don't tend to use them that much.
Because what it does is it tells the guests this is where you are supposed to view the animals. It's where they all collate.
I don't think I have them yet.
You should have
no,
one,
I
don't you?
I don't.
You don't even have one?
No.
Alright, well.
We've got a Chinese fountain.
Not particularly appropriate for American bison.
I am using Chinese things though because I think they look cool.
I agree.
Bench. That's very.
That's a nice addition. I like that one.
So donation boxes, as I was saying. So donation boxes are quite important for your income for the zoo.
I was going to say they are the single biggest source of income you will get in the game, and perfecting them is the key to winning at Zoo Tycoon.
So these are some. I'm just getting all excited. Look at this, man.
I mean, looks really, really nice.
People love things like that, but right now I'm going to worry more about making sure there's food and toilets because people get angry when there aren't those things.
But Chinese.
Oh no, what was the button to rotate? I can't remember. Rather than clicking.
It's probably Q&E, I would have thought.
I'll have a go, eh? So, yeah, stick to the standard because if you notice the cost difference is significant. So, in the beginning, I tend to stick to standard.
Yeah.
The standard.
The default. There's nothing wrong with the default.
That looks amazing too. I'm very excited, as you might tell.
Is there a dessert cart we can put in as well?
The pretzels!
This is pretzels.
Can't go wrong with some pretzels.
Next to the toilet.
Oh, bloody hell. Where's the flick? Oh, it's not a flick
it's now
anymore.
A hand.
It's
it used
now
to be
a
flick, guys. They've changed the pricing icon as well. Yeah. It still shows you a pretzel. Click on the actual shop that you built.
Oh.
It's 1 bar, a bigger bar, and then a 3 bar.
That's unusual.
The pricing in this is not that sophisticated, but it's functional. It's low, medium, and high.
To be fair, I tend to leave them as they are. Unless you're in, you're needing money quickly.
And at a certain point, we will start to min-max the prices on everything. But at this point, it's not. We're not going to bother.
Just doing my OCD. Bear with me. I don't like...
Don't go in hard on this.
I don't like it when paths look different attached to each other. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There should be a path coming out of both ways from that top bit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to delete this path mostly anyway.
Okay.
This is just how it's set up originally.
But while we've got it...
So, this is what we've got so far.
Let's make a happy gazelle.
Yeah, let's do that.